Alright, welcome to another game, another episode. So we're going to be playing, obviously, Planet Zoo. This is going to be a franchise mode, see where it goes from there. Our franchise is going to be called Genesis Conservation. I feel like that fits kind of what we're doing. Yeah, it has a nice little ring to it. We're going to edit this. I like a certain look. Oh, confirm. I think it's this one. Yeah, definitely the first one. So yeah, we're gonna do this. That works. And now that's our head title. All right, so we're gonna do a new zoo. I'm gonna do a taiga. There we go, taiga. All right, and then we're gonna start in. Do we do Europe? Europe's going to be in France, Asia. That looks like China, North America. We look like we're going to be in Arizona-ish area. So I think we're going to go with North America. Fits more of the aesthetic that we are doing. And the name of our zoo is going to be the Ark Zoo. If you can't guess the theme, I apologize, but we're going with the theme. Alright, so this is going to be our zoo. It looks very peaceful and all of that. I do want to show this as far as a quick how to, I think, interface. Is it interface? Yeah. If you go to interface, you can switch units to whatever you want, meters or feet. You know, I'm obviously an American, so we use the jacked up measuring system. And that'll just kind of help, you know, Fahrenheit, kind of figure out what it's going to be. We're going to kick this off into a fast time lapse, just to get kind of everything kicked off and looking beautiful. So yeah, we're going to start that now. I'll do a voiceover or whatever, but just explaining the behind the scene details that I will be going through. Alright, so we're going to open up with how we're going to design the beginning part of our zoo. I want to go with birch. I think in the taiga biome, especially when it snows and rains, that it'll kind of give us a nice earthy-ish feel. I want to place the construction or the workers hut area kind of in the beginning off to the side. That way I can hope to put all the connecting exhibits, like have like a path of interworking background stuff, so like the zoo habitat or zookeeper or whatever didn't have to be in the walking along the main lines and stuff like that. So the first thing we're going to buy is going to be a auction house. That way we can actually get animals in and out of the zoo, buying them, selling them, stuff like that. I do want to, before I move on to anything else, I want to get two animals, or two different species of animals. The first one's going to be the common peacock. I feel like that's a low enough excitement animal to kind of get people in the door and to kind of get what I want to set up for the rest of the zoo as far as how we enter and what other themes we go with throughout the zoo. I also wanted to kind of bump that up and then also get a Nile monitor. I feel like they also have a little bit more higher excitement than the peacock, but not to where it would affect anything else. So right now I'm kind of deciding whether or not to actually get the Nile monitor or wait, or maybe go to the warthog, just because of the lack of different sexes that we're having with the Nile monitor. I come over here to the Zoopedia to check out to make sure how many babies they're going to have and how much room they're going to need in it, what kind of barriers they'll need for their exhibit. After watching a few videos and playing around with the game on my own, I kind of decided that I liked a different way of building exhibits, and that was more of like a natural semi feel to it. So we're going to be doing a lot of rocks, maybe using the ground to kind of mess with the terrain to kind of give us the more natural, and I feel like kind of what the zoos actually do when they make exhibits. It gives it a kind of a very nice aesthetic, if that's kind of the proper terminology. I'm not really a designer as far as like making things look pretty, so I'm going to give this kind of my best shot, and hopefully it comes off and gives the overall appearance of what I want, minus not having to duplicate too many things as far as, just copy and paste in the same rock, you know what I mean? So here's me trying to kind of change the directions of the rocks and add different rocks to it. I'm starting to spread out kind of the bigger rocks just so I can go in between the bigger rocks to place smaller and variety of different rocks. Like I said, I've watched a few YouTubers, and they like doing it this way gives a very I'm going to say clean appearance if done properly. I'm not saying I'm doing it properly, but I do think the overall view of how this came out is a very nice appeal to what I was going for. I also wanted to use rocks that may be found in the general area of the animal. You see, they're in India, so I could have gone with like a much brighter rock, like the redder rocks that you can kind of see in the bottom of the list there. But I felt like when you think of peacock, you kind of think of like a tropical environment in a sense. So I wanted to kind of give the mossy rocks a go and see how well they played out. So I finally finished placing all the rocks. I kind of wanted to give a, I don't know, I was going for like a natural feeling, kind of like these weren't necessarily rocks, or maybe like a hole, I guess is kind of what I'm going for, or maybe like some sort of like a crater-ish thing, just kind of where the terrain kind of comes up over the rock to kind of give it that, I'm going, I guess, natural feeling. I was building in one of my other zoos, and I kind of did this, and I was like, that kind of gave it a nice weatherish looking feeling, or a more natural feeling. I only did it on that side just because of that's the direction the zoo's going to go. I'm going to try to cover up where our auction house is to give, so like we'll have like a keeper exhibit, maybe a vet, something, over in this general direction. I came back over because I remembered that we have to be able to have the keepers come in, so I placed in an entrance, and then I kind of came over with rocks just to cover up the entrance to make it more like we found it like this and just knocked a hole and put a door there. But I think that came out looking nice. I do like the path as far as having in front of the exhibits, maybe having like the no path there, kind of like walking on grass, and kind of setting, when you go look at the exhibits, kind of setting that apart. I did take like off of like, I guess a city skylines kind of vibe where you have kind of an entrance ramp and an exit ramp kind of thing off of the main road. I wanted that to be so we can have a flow of traffic. If you don't want to see the peacocks, then you don't have to go that way. If you want to, obviously you can go that way. And now I'm looking at the Nile monitors after giving them a little bit of time to load and come back into the animal market. That way that we could buy them, or at least find one that, or two that were at least doable as far as making a live population kind of start growing in our zoo, so that way we could kind of make money, turn it into a little bit of a conservation zoo like I want to do, breed up animals and then release the babies into the wild, maybe keep the prime ones, like gold star ones, so that we have nice, conservation credits going. I went ahead and hired all of the workers that we're going to need in the beginning. I did want to place an information box in the front. That way, like, you can buy maps, umbrellas, whatever else that sells. Obviously, we're going to be putting a ATM there. That way that customers can walk in and be like, oh, I forgot my wallet, and Apple Pay, and get that all set up. I did want to finish setting up this exhibit. That way, when we got the animals through quarantine and everything like that, we're able to just place them in there and then set the screens and speakers to what we need. I'm not a big fan of the TVs. Like, I like the TVs. I'm not saying I don't like the TVs, but I wish there's like kind of maybe I haven't found it yet, but like a snap to grid-ish type thing, because as you see when I mess around with these TVs and all that, I'm usually like a good 3 feet off the fence or where I'm trying to place it. I do like putting benches. Most of the time no one ever uses them, but I do like putting benches there just in case that you want to sit, chill, watch the animals. Usually I have a very large line going through there, so it doesn't really make much sense to watch the animals. And here I am now designing the Nile monitor cage. I did want to make sure we were properly prepared. That was one thing I like to go over and make sure that, one, our fence isn't going to break, they're not going to climb on it, and to see kind of generally how much room I need. Obviously there's not really a mapping feature as far as how much room you're creating with your exhibits. You just kind of have to put the gate in there, and then you click on it, and obviously it'll go, hey, you have X amount of meters or feet in our case, because we changed that particular form of measurement. But we're once again going to do the kind of copy and paste what we just did at the peacock pen, minus we're going to do it more in the safari kind of aspect. And this is me checking to make sure that we have enough. They need 3,200. We got like 11,000. So we're in very good form. Now, I didn't want to put like windows in because I kind of want each of my exhibits to be unique, and I felt like with them being in a warmer climate as far as like Africa, that it would look better, especially with the rock that we were going to be using to use a brick wall, and we were just going to lower that down because we don't have to worry about them necessarily jumping, I don't think, or at least I hope. We'll find out later if that is an actual problem. But I am going to be using a couple of different rocks. I'm going to use those bright red rocks to kind of warm it up and match the tone of the brick. And then we're going to kind of use these darker, I want to go darker maroon color as far as kind of filler rocks, just to kind of give a multicolor, different, I don't know, an abstract look. Like I said, I'm not that great of a designer or anything like that. I'm just more of, I like to play the game. It's a fun game, and I'm just trying to make it look somewhat normal, natural, in a manner of speaking. And this door, like I said, I'm trying to do it a different way. So instead of having like the brick wall side pieces or whatever, we just did the invisible fence and hoping that it will, look decent. And I kind of liked how it looked over there where we did, these small little boulders and kind of built it up off the fence. I did kind of like the way that looks, and I mean, it looks a little crazy now that I'm kind of re-looking at it, but I still think it works. It's a unique look. How about that? But as far as unique look go, I think that'll work. And now monitors do like to swim, so this is me putting in water, hoping that that'll be enough. It looks to be just enough for what they need. They got enough room, enough space, so we will have to monitor the breeding of these animals just in case that does go over. Now, because there's water in this exhibit, obviously we're going to have to put a water pump, and I'm going to have to put a heater because we're in a taiga biome, and these guys obviously don't live in a cold environment. And that was me finally figuring out how to check the bad area, or like, because our work buildings obviously give off a bad or a negative impact to our customers. So that was me making sure that the water pump and the water heater wouldn't affect our customers in a negative way. Since I haven't played a lot of this game recently, it took me a minute to figure out how to get that when you're in that building segment thing, or you're grouping buildings together, that you need to exit out of it in order to be able to turn a building, which I thought was a little ridiculous, but it is what it is. We got that figured out. It didn't take me too long, but it definitely was a minute where I'm sitting there going, okay, this could have been planned out better. put our final touches on everything, making sure we have all of our staff buildings that we need. They're kind of placed in a somewhat neat way. Like I said, I don't know if I'll ever organize, or not organize, but design our staff buildings instead of the shell that we are given, just for the simple fact of we're not necessarily going to ever really, the customers aren't really going to see them. So it doesn't really make a whole lot of sense for me to, design them. Now, obviously that might change, and I might, just for the heck of it, go, you know what, let's design, or let's, make a shell for them. So I never say never, but as of right now, we're not going to worry about the shells of the buildings. We're going to get our zoo kind of underway, everything looking nice, neat, and then we'll worry about aesthetic looks. All right, now that we're back from the time lapse, it's time to decorate this this habitat. Gotta get the right one. Okay, so this one we need a little bit more rock. Let's do some smooth rock. Kind of knock back some of this long grass, and then we need some soil. Make this all nice and pretty. Alright, there we go. Water, that's great. Plant life. Okay, they need very little coverage. Let's go grasslands, Africa. I don't think we need to do too terrible much with this, but I'd like to kind of give it a little, extra, you know what I mean? Like, kind of make it pretty. Oh, we got this jacked up. Alright, I gotta figure out if I'm, yeah, that looks low enough. Alright, real quick. We need to kind of, am I able to play it? No. Alright, we need to kind of, I want to place this one kind of in this. Is it on the tree? Is that why it gets bigger? Alright, so we're going to place that one there. And then I'm going to do one kind of over here. And that should cover the ranges, I would hope. Back to some plant life. What else can we put in here? Maybe some brush. Maybe kind of hide those, okay, so I think they'll serve its purpose. Let's go to enrichment. Alright, We don't necessarily need a large one because we only got 2 animals. And I don't think we need water because we have this. Dang, we don't got jack for this guy. Alright, do we have to go to... I think we need to go to... Oh. We'll get rid of that. Remove that. Remove that. Alright, let's go find like some sort of small bush. Just to kind of hide, like I said, those heaters. Let's go over to the Zoopedia thing. No monitor. Alright. So 54 to 108. We'll make it a nice comfortable 90 degrees. Same with this one. Nice comfortable 90 degrees. Zoopedia. Does it tell you what the... I'm assuming they're going to want... We'll bump that up to a nice 80 degrees. I mean, that'll help. Mechanic. We want right now every 3 months. Every 3 months. Alright, so that should satisfy them. Let's hit play and see how well this goes down. Is there a reason why this doesn't show up? Oh, is it backwards? Of course it is. Alright, we gotta fix that. That'll probably help. That was a stupid move on my part. Oh, I have no idea what just went down there, but that was not on me. Let's see if we can tell if... I think those are the right way. Alright, we got the people coming in. Let's start hitting play, see how this plays out. Nope. There's a quarantine. Oh, we already got him in there. Alright, cool. So we need to come into here. Too much long grass. Long grass, not enough short grass. So we'll bump this up. Kind of make them happy, you know what I'm saying? Can't tell with all this rain where exactly I'm putting everything, but we'll come in with some dirt. Alright, that's looking great. Asia, we'll do all of it. But these guys seem like they don't need much. Holy cow, we don't need that big of a tree. Let's see what smaller bushes we can do. As long as they're enjoying all of that. Yeah, we did that one right. Okay, that one seems to be right. That does not. There we go. Back to Peacock Land. I think for right now that looks good. Large food bowl, we'll put that right there. These guys do not have water, so we'll put that underneath a tree. Okay, let's go over here to see if we have to adjust the temperature. Alright, 108 is our max. We're still within spectrum, but we're going to get a heater just to kind of cover our basis there. We'll do 82. And then we'll duplicate this and we'll put one over there. And I'm going to make this one a little bit cooler, like a 70, yeah, 70 degrees. Alright, I like it. I like it a lot. It's looking very nice, very... I think most of our animals are happy. We got this nice, pretty little thing going. So we're going to filter biome. Let's get some natural taiga plants in here, because I feel like we're going to, this is kind of what we're going to decorate with, is since we're in a taiga biome, I feel like that'd just be the best as far as what we kind of make our environment look like, you know? What else do we got? Ooh, those are pretty. I don't know what they are, but they look pretty though. And I don't feel like with the taiga biome we need to go over the top with like decorations, just because of taigas are like desolate kind of areas in like general. They're not very like, it snows, man, you know, it's cold there. So we want to kind of represent that, and definitely we will get that coming in, because you give it time and there will be snow all over this place. What else do we got? Sometimes. Okay, we can get this out of the way, right? Yeah. But yeah, we're looking at a lot of pine trees in our future. That's too big. That got even bigger. Too small. We already have crime. Alright. That was something I didn't think we'd need. Staff. So we'll deal with that. Let's go with, see what kind of toys we can get. Alright, we got a little something there. Okay, I'm gonna try to create something here. Try not to laugh too much if it looks bad. What is this? Oh no. Man, that was unfortunate. Okay. That got really dark. Oh. That's not the direction I wanted you to go. Okay, this is probably not the easiest to do at nighttime. That is for dang certain. Okay, I think we got that where we want it. I just gotta make sure that Yep, or where we want to be. Alright, now we need a roof. Okay, that looks really bad. But guess what? Okay, we don't need a large, maybe a medium. That'll do it. I don't even care. Hey, they're about to mate. Look at that. Happy, happy, happy. You're the male. You're the female. Oh, we got another one. Okay. So let's see what kind of happy stuff we got. I don't know what this is, but sure, why not? Whoa. I apologize. I'm still learning controls. Don't shoot the messenger. Alright, we'll place that right there. But that's exciting. Alright, let's see how the peafowl are doing. Let's see if they have any over... Oh, work. Alright, let's go to zoo. Alright, we're going to research a little bit of the peafowl, get that going. Hey. I don't know what your name is, but I'm glad you're here. I mean, that doesn't look too terribly bad. Edit. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. Alright. Yeah. Alright, that's looking a whole lot better now. I mean, it doesn't need to be anything special. I mean, we can decorate that a little bit better. I might do that off video and come back. Now, I'm struggling with the peafowls. I feel like they just need... Okay. Yeah, we need... He needs to be fed. That does need to happen. There we go. Let's up their food level. Okay, they're going to get fed. That's what I'm talking about. Alright, now we got some Twilight theme going on. Alright, we got some Twilight scenery. We're gonna get some blueprints. That's kind of my idea as far as going forward with this is like the pre-entrance area, as it were. And then we're going to kind of spill off here, maybe, or keep going down this road and kind of go into that kind of a Twilight themed animals and obviously buildings and whatnot. And then once that's researched, we might go into a little something else. So we'll have that, but this looks like a good stopping off point. I might add a few things here and there in between stream just to keep the pace going, but I feel like we're off to a great start. We're in March of year 2, so we've kind of gone through some stuff, but off to a great start. We do have 156 people, 146 conservations. We are making money. I know it says we're losing it, but we are making money. So yeah, like, subscribe, follow, leave a comment, tell me anything you think I need to do better or work on, and I will try to accomplish that. Until next time, I will catch you guys later. Bye.